All right, ready? Get her. Get her. You don't have to. They must be getting old. We've got a couple of combines just a couple miles north of here that need some fueling. So I'm gonna top off Thunder here. Dad's on his way right now with a gear to fix the air system on the back of the grain dryer. If you watched the previous video, you saw that that broke towards the end of it last night. We're gonna fix that first thing and hopefully go get the combines running. You got us a gear?
Morning, yeah, I got the gear, so that's good. He had one more, he had 2 spares.
2 spares, so did we get one of them?
Yeah, we got one of them.
Okay.
So hopefully nobody needs the other one.
Right.
Especially us.
Morning, Jim.
Ready to give her hell?
Well, not quite yet. We got a gear to put on first.
What?
So this is the motor that drives the airlock. This is where the gear that Dad has needs to go.
Yeah, it's gonna be a grinder, isn't it?
Should we get that big pipe wrench on there first before we grind on it?
Oh yeah, and
we
make
may
sure.
as well try to make sure it moves first.
Let's do that, yeah.
That's fine though.
Yeah.
There's no problem there. Key stock to hold this thing in place on the shaft. It's not happy somewhere.
Oh shit.
Oh, it's got a bad spot in it.
Oh, does it?
Oh, maybe, well, it's not a good spot. Morning, JP. You're a little too cheery in the mornings. I'm uncomfortable with it.
I have my coffee already.
Oh, well, that works. I'm still working on my monster. Ready? I'm gonna make noise first. Sounds like it's working. All right, reset. Get everything fired up, get the dryer moving. Did you ever climb the wet bin yesterday at all?
No.
I didn't either. See how much corn we got in the holding tank or the wet bin here. Can I trust you?
I only grind gears in front of the guys that hire me.
Well, you should be fine then, because we're definitely not paying you.
They do it.
Hey,
What?
what the hell are you guys doing with my tractor?
What happened to your tractor?
I don't know, the iPad's laying down like this.
Oh, that'd be Onyx. You got to talk to Onyx about that. He ran it yesterday.
You gotta get it back. I can't even get it back in that holder.
Oh, the iPad?
Yeah,
You just got to pinch it. It's like a scissor deal.
that's what I thought, but it...
I wish I could. I wish I would have shown Jim's face when I. You just got to be smarter than the iPad mount, Jim.
I guess, well, that's why I'm the age I am. I ain't smarter than that shit.
These guys look like state workers over here.
What are you looking for?
I was just being a smart. Dad's got his one knee that's still healing up from surgery in August. And apparently, my 780 combine's a lot more comfortable for his knee, so we're gonna keep him in that. And I'll be running the 9870 here, but it's been working out well with the 2 machines. Just, we got some auto steer issues on the 780, that's why the Deere guy's out here working on that right now. He's calibrating some stuff for us to get that working better. We had a really heavy dew last night. It's been really humid around here lately with all the rain, but you can see it on the head here. So we're hoping it's gonna go just fine this morning. What can happen is that the corn, the kernels themselves, they won't pick up moisture the way that soybeans will, but what can happen is the plants get so wet that they'll stick to things inside the machine, inside the combine, and then you got problems. So you don't want that. Farming, yeah, about halfway back should be fine, especially with these shorter rows here. Looks like they're dry enough. My snouts are dry. I did have a couple problems with them pushing on the ends, but I'm going good now. But yeah, halfway back should work. Let's go about 2.6 or 2.8, Jim. 2.6. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8 what I'm running into this morning. This seems to be a much bigger issue today. You see the pile there? There's a pile there. I think it's obviously mostly this spot where the corn is just that broke over and that dead and that unhealthy. But it's frustrating having to get out and deal with this, and I don't think a reel would actually reach out and grab it. It's just, I guess, part of what we're dealing with. You can see it's so dead and dry here, the nodes are just breaking. It's not pulling the roots out or anything, there's just nothing left of the stalks. They were unhealthy and then they broke and now they're dried out. I think we'll probably be able to come back later and try to pick those piles up, kind of coming at a straight angle into them. I don't know if that'll work or not, but that's what we'll try to do anyway. This is getting really frustrating in a hurry. Just bad conditions. Nothing works right when it's like this. This is why we kept the second machine around this year. That's actually lighter than I thought it would be. It's got a little room left in that cart, but it is nice to have the extra room because we got a truck gone right now. And we needed 1,520 bushels. That's pretty good, yeah. It would hold 17. The cart we've had the last couple of years. Yep, it's 1,700, so that's what it would hold. The last cart we had was a 1,400 bushel cart. We don't really need a cart that holds 2 truckloads, but it is nice to have a cart that holds over a truckload, because sometimes you get in the spots in back of the fields and the cart can't get everything empty, it can't keep up to the... But it is nice to have a few extra bushels in case you need it, because the cart runs around a lot and has to keep up to the combines. You definitely want enough to put it in a truck and get a full truck, but you don't need a whole lot more. The reason we really like the 1,700 is because it's the same frame that they use for the 2,300, so it's a great big frame, but it doesn't have the sideboards on it, so it's a lot shorter. You get a lot more clearance between the cart and your auger. There, I got it done before they started talking again. Let's play a little expensive game of chicken here at 3 miles per hour. No, he didn't want to do that. Sounds good. I'll finish topping them off here and then I'll bring that truck home and check everything.
Okay. You can probably pick up me too. You'll be fuller than a truck then, but then I'll be empty.
Well, believe it or not, even though we're driving slow, obviously we got 2 machines going. We got Jim running cart, JP running truck, but JP can't keep up. So he's gone, just left with a loaded truck. There's a loaded truck sitting right here, and Jim's got a full truck in the cart. So I'm gonna shut the combine down. We're going to 1 machine for a few minutes here, and I'm gonna run home 2 miles, dump this truck, check the dryer. Unbelievable harvest weather. And it looks like this is supposed to stick around for a week or 10 days at least. So we're gonna keep knocking it out. This is just crazy for corn harvest. Yeah, so it's 14 and a half at 22. I moved it up to 25, so we should be going a little faster now. Well, there's plenty of room still in the wet bin because we're drying pretty fast. We got on some drier corn, so that's good. It's a lot of work, but when the weather's good, this is a cool time of year. I'm back. I'm here. Ah, the old finger snap. Makes life so much easier, especially this time of year. Like 2 combines passing each other in the middle of the day. It's very poetic. Quoth the combine, nevermore. Some of you will get that. This is gonna be the last cut of this field. As you can see, I've got a nice clear header to go up, 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 up. Maybe I'll give him a little more room. By the way, those concerned ope noises you hear, that's what you get when you have like an excited Midwesterner. You get a lot of excited opes.
Are you coming behind me, Zach, or should I grab these rows?
They ordered 15 and haven't gotten any of them yet?
No, and when they call the company, he said they don't get back to him for 4 or 5 days. So Because it's really hard company to work with.
Yeah, they're overloaded and running behind, I suppose.
I suppose. I talked to Jerry yesterday. He ordered one right away. He was the first guy in Glenwood to order one. And he hasn't gotten his yet.
On to the next field.
You know what he does.
It's a long 1.5 miles down these busy roads. We're here. Now this is more consistent, more even all the way across, and it's actually down worse, but the stalks seem a lot stronger. There's more green in it, but now we're gonna have to slow the dryer down after a little while.
I think we will. And that was 140, 194.49 over there.
It's just so weird. It's not right. Just more sideways farming. It's about that time. Yeah, those look good. So after an extreme drought all summer, we now have a few spots like this in the field. Oh, he's got a lot on there. I don't know. If you start to struggle at all, Jim, you just take off. He's floating pretty good, but I don't like it. He didn't have a problem sinking, but what concerned me was getting water in the tracks on the tractor. With that 2-track design, what can happen is one side will start slipping, or both sides start slipping, and then you can't steer, and you don't have the belt's not spinning. It actually slips on the drive wheel, the drive hub inside the track. It's a design issue. I don't know why they design it that way, but the other 2-track manufacturers do the same thing. But would you look at that? We got mud on the rims. I haven't seen that in a long time. Still out here. Out, and we're gonna call it a night here in this field. Dad's been having a couple issues with the slip clutch going on his auger, so he's getting some bunching, which is really weird in corn. We've never really had that before, but it's a product of the conditions we're in. I've got a snout and a bug in my face, and a snout that's hanging a little bit low. I know what the deal is. There's a piece underneath it that was wore out. You can see it hanging down right there, the one with a little bit of mud on the front of it. So it's hanging 4 inches at least lower than the other ones. So we're gonna bring this one into the shop and get some tools, and I don't know if we'll have to replace the piece under there or what. We'll look at it in the morning. But it seems like the stalks have taken on a little humidity, a little bit of moisture out of the air, and all of a sudden they're not feeding that nice. It's almost 9 o'clock anyway, so we're just gonna run this one home. The dryer's gonna be running all night because the wet tank's full, so we did get some acres knocked out today, so that was nice.
Yeah, just the hopper with corn in it.
Time to check over things over here. Check the moisture, make sure the pipes are good. Check how full the wet bin is. So, fun story. Dryer's doing good. Everything's actually good, but I climbed the top of that bin back there to see how full the wet bin was. I got up there and I'm banging on it like, it's full. It's full. And just then corn started flying out of all the roof beds. These pits were dumping out. So I had to run down the ladder, shut the pits off because they still got corn on them that was being sent up there. Then I had to run around back, shut the fan off so that the air pressure wasn't pushing the corn out. So the wet bin's full. We got pretty lucky there. We would have ended up with a decent amount. It would have been a lot more than we wanted on the ground underneath every roof bed. But walking around, it's not bad. Here's the worst of it. That's everything. That was lucky. got some acres knocked out.
We did. It went pretty good for that down corn.
I got 50 or 55 in my machine, so you had to get
For the day?
for the day, yeah.
Okay, I don't know how much I got for the day.
Had to be at least 1.5 that, I would think.
Yeah, we had maybe 120, 30 acres of down corn. It's a good day.
Took 2 machines, but yeah, that's not bad.
So we should get with one machine on a
Decent day.
Yeah.
Well, see you later.